Russian forces accelerate pace of offensive operations amid rising casualties. Experts at the Institute for the Study of War, ISW, have concluded that Russian troops are fast-tracking offensive operations across the entire war zone in Ukraine while mitigating likely increased manpower and material losses. The ISW noted that Lieutenant General Kirilo Budanov, head of Defense Intelligence of Ukraine, DIU, stated that Ukraine expects Russian offensive activities to step up in late spring and early summer. In addition, analysts pointed out that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had previously stated that Russia's primary offensive efforts could begin in late May or June. Quote, ISW has recently observed that Russian forces intensified the tempo of their offensive operations across the theater, including by conducting a roughly reinforced company-sized mechanized assault toward Chasiv on April 4, and continues to assess that the Russian military appears to be successfully mitigating likely increased manpower and material losses. Zelensky and senior Ukrainian military officials have recently cautioned that security assistance delays have caused Ukraine to cede the initiative on the battlefield to Russia and that the Ukrainian military cannot plan a successful counteroffensive or defense unless it is certain about when and what kind of aid Ukraine will obtain. ISW continues to assess that delays in Western security assistance are forcing Ukraine's defense forces to make tough decisions about prioritizing certain defense aspects at the expense of countering the Russian military capability initiative or planning future counteroffensive operations. As the ongoing debate in the U.S. over military assistance rages on, a Ukrainian main military intelligence directorate head Lieutenant General Kirilo Budanov reported that Ukraine anticipates Russian offensive operations to intensify in late spring and early summer. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov will meet with Chinese officials in China on the 8th and the 9th of April amid Western warnings that China is increasingly helping Russia's Defense Industrial Base, DIB, and even providing China with geospatial intelligence. Russian forces reportedly continue to systematically use prohibited chemical weapons in Ukraine and are attacking Ukrainian positions with chemical substances almost daily throughout the front line. Ukrainian Commander-in-Chief Colonel General Alexander Syrsky openly condemned and is taking action following reports that members of Ukraine's security service, SBU, may have purposefully intimidated a Ukrainian journalist investigating corruption within the SBU by issuing the journalist a draft summons. Russian forces recently made confirmed advances near Avdiivka amid continued positional fighting along the entire line of contact on April 7. Chieftain of the All-Russian Cossack Society and Deputy Chairman of the State Duma Committee on Nationalities Nikolai Deluda claimed on April 7 that more than 30,000 Cossack personnel have fought in Ukraine.